This episode was brought to you by our generous patrons. Want to vote on the next game we play? Consider becoming a patron. And we are back.
Looks like we're taking this little kid back. Oh yeah, and for context,
got new batteries put in the remote.
Got new batteries put in the remote.
Real quick before we get back onto it, because we did stop real quickly with the battery.
Yeah.
I didn't want anything to happen before we kid get attacked and then we fail the mission or something.
Don't want him to get dead.
I wish that they had a feature where if the controller was disconnected or lost battery or lost signal or something, it would did like a boop boop and pause the menu or something like that.
It's a bunch of games.
I've seen it in a bunch of games. Yeah. You said doo-doo.
I'm trying to think of the last game I played that did that. Devil May Cry might have done that.
Is it a thing? I feel like it's a thing that PlayStation games, whenever the controller disconnects, it kind of goes to the pause menu, like internal system?
Always, because I've had PlayStation games where it hasn't done that. I feel like that's something a programmer has to put in the time for.
Okay.
There's no quick way of doing it.
I couldn't remember. I was like, I swear I've seen it all the places, but I can't think of a single time where I've
played a lot of PlayStation 4 games, so maybe not. Like PS3, I don't really remember it doing that.
I think I'm referring to like a PS4 version. I swear, as soon as it
maybe
it gives you a battery low for one, which is a lot harder for a PC feature to do.
Yeah,
But I think the PlayStation UI has something similar to that.
I don't know.
It's got to be harder to design for PC and Steam use and things like that because you got to run your own.
Even though
stuff.
I bought my PS4, I really haven't played that much on it.
Oh, I think you're getting.
I think Injustice. I think there's only been like 5 games, like Injustice 2. God, what else? Kingdom Hearts?
I can't think of a single game that does it, but I believe most of them are console based that tend to do it. Unless it's programmed in on its, by the creator. Because how would you get the UI system to automatically do it unless it was something as uniformly designed as a PlayStation game or an Xbox game or a Wii game or, something like that?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't typically tend to have it happen though
when it happens. Well, controllers tend to not die.
They tend not to die, but this one stopped charging via the USB, so we had to move to batteries until we.
14 obviously doesn't have that because it's a MMO, and that's the only time the controllers tend to die. And it's just like, there was no indication.
It's when your mom comes in and goes, "Just pause the game," and you're like, "Mom, I can't. It's online."
It's literally no way to pause it.
I can't do it. Just 10 more minutes.
Pop.
That is the origin of the channel name, guys. I know we've said it a bunch of times, but
that is the reason why it's called what it's called. But context for this teacher situation. So I was subbing at a school that I actually was a full-time teacher at for a while.
The teacher situation from last episode.
Last episode. And I've been I've been around there too. I was there as like a special ed assistant. Like I've worked with a ton of the teachers. So like they all know me. They all know me really well. And I'll sub there occasionally because like I've known everybody there for a long time and I really respect all of them there, like enough to if I have like some issues or have questions, like I can ask them as teachers because a lot of them have been in the business as educators for a long time.
My next question, have you tried speaking with her
I haven't had a chance to speak with her yet about it.
Oh, it seemed like something that was like consistently happening or something.
No. This is the only time it's happened. Like I don't mean to like toot my own horn, but like I very highly requested as a substitute for a lot of schools. Like constantly have teachers ask me like, "Can you sub for me? Can you sub for me? Oh, you're busy. Damn. Are you in office managers and people?"
That's why they opened up that block right there.
And principals and stuff like that. So it's like, I know I'm not the best sub. I know I don't have like I'm not the greatest teacher in the world. I can always improve on other things, but I'm pretty okay. And so when I like kind of went above and beyond for like the teacher that I subbed for, I was like, I made sure to make sure kids were doing their work. I was helping them doing their math stuff, all this other stuff. And then I hear like, apparently the class was too out of control just because they were a little loud. I don't know. It kind of hit home. I was just like, wow, you could have come and talked to me. You could have asked the principal for my number. You could have done all these things, but I have to hear it from kiddos that you don't want me to sub. Like, I'm just down the hall. You could come talk to me about this and ask me what the situation was.
You don't think maybe on her side there's something that might be stopping her?
No, there's literally nothing because, like, she can get my number. Like, everyone...
No, but I mean, like, maybe she doesn't feel comfortable doing that?
Maybe, but she's a veteran teacher. She's been around for a long
It
time.
doesn't mean that she can't be uncomfortable about it.
Even still, like, it could have just been a simple, like, come talk to me courtesy. Like, I had a lot of respect for that teacher, and it bums me out that I have to hear from, like, multiple students, like, oh, yeah, she said in class that she just doesn't want you subbing anymore. It's like,
She might have been venting, man. It might be.
Maybe, but
might just be her venting and be like, God dang it. It's always hard to get these kids wrangled up once Sam's been here.
there was a couple of teachers, even when I was teaching there, I would hear like rumors about them back talking about me behind my back instead of having the like wanting to come talk to me and like give me tips
From
or
other
advice.
teachers?
Yeah, from other teachers.
Was it a common thing?
No, it wasn't a super common thing, but it was like one or two people. Like most of everyone there is really chill with me. And, you know, I have a good time, and, like, all the kids seem to like me, but there was a handful of teachers that it happens at every school where they're just fuddy-duddies, or they don't want to bother actually talking to someone and helping them out and maybe giving advice, and they just like to criticize.
Did she request you often previously?
No,
or
she doesn't request anything. She just put the
not
job
anymore,
up on the board.
right? But
No, she didn't request me, but she put it up on the board. And you have as a teacher, you can pick your sub too. You can type in the sub you want. You can find subs that you like, and you can plug them in for your job. But it was just kind of messed up for me to have to hear it from a kid when she could have come talk to me instead.
yeah, I guess I don't understand the whole situation. Is it the same one that canceled on you previously?
No, this is a different teacher. She didn't cancel me out at all.
Okay.
She just posted up the job, and I was like, oh, okay, it's a school I know. I'm gonna go sub here. And then, like, I had to hear through kids, like, a day later that apparently she disapproved or something like that.
Was there specifics or just, I don't like that Sam?
There was nothing specific. That's why I wish she had talked to me and just, like, told me what the issue was. I mean...
Are you gonna go try and ask her?
Maybe.
Like, be like, hey, this is what I heard.
See her, but part of me is just
there
like...
something wrong, or...?
I'm probably just gonna blow it off. I think I know who complained to her, and it wasn't the students, but I don't want to blast them. It's like, all right, they're always grumpy, and they were in the classroom for a little bit, and they've never liked me for one reason or the other, even though I've always been nice to them.
A different one than the ones that have talked about you behind your back?
Yeah, a different one. So, like, I don't know. There's always occasionally, like, at every school, there's, like, a grumpy old miser, and apparently I bummed them out or something like that.
You get a deadly heal +3 chip. If you get a second, do you mind looking at that? I'm curious what a deadly heal is. Maybe if something should kill you, that gets a heal off in time. That might help you out for, like, those near-death situations.
Well, let me pause.
Family squabble complete.
Basically, I hate when coworkers talk behind your back when all they have to do is, like, if they have a problem, just come and talk. Like, we can talk about this instead of me having to hear rumors from other people.
That's why I asked if you have tried to discuss
well, I
it
didn't
with them.
I didn't have a chance with them today. But, like...
Yeah, I didn't know how soon it was, you know?
Yeah, well, it happened, like, a week ago. And then I heard from the kids. It's just like...
And you haven't had a chance to talk to the teacher
I haven't had
yet.
a chance to talk to her yet. And it's just like, that's not cool. Come on, why you're supposed to be more professional at that. If you were a new teacher...
Do you have her email or number or
no, I don't
text
have her
or
email.
anything
But
to contact her?
I don't have an email anymore. I could contact her if I wanted through email. But it's kind of just one of those things that is whatever. It's like, all right, fine. You don't want me to sub? Fine. I'll go sub for other teachers that are requesting me to be there.
If it bothered me that much, I think I'd send an email and ask and be like, hey, is there any way
I also just don't want to cause, like, because there's other teachers I know she's really tight with.
Well, that's why
I don't want to make them.
No. That's why I just
awkward.
ask and just be like, hey, is there something going on, or is there a way we can fix this?
I'll probably talk to the principal about it and be like, hey, blah, 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 if you heard a thing. But...
is that the best way to go about it, though?
Honestly, it doesn't... I'm not even going to throw them under the bus or throw any shade at them. It's just like, hey, has any teacher complained about me? Because I was hearing rumors from the kiddos.
That's why I would talk to the person directly, right?
I don't
Instead
know.
of going right to the principal. I know you feel much closer to the principal because you said you're buddies with them.
Well, I mean, I know, like...
But if the problem doesn't entail them and you can keep it amongst your coworkers to the point where it's just like, hey, let's work this out internally and not...
Well, I mean, it's really simple. It's like, I just won't sub for them anymore. Like, if
Well,
they're
I mean, if it's bothering you, though, how are you going to get closure or at least figure out a good solution if you don't try and seek it out?
Well, I know what it was. Like,
I guess.
I've, like, conduced already with like, oh, I know why this complaint came or why they said that to the kids.
Oh, I thought you said they weren't specific.
No, they weren't specific, but I know the individual that most likely complained because she's always had an issue with me for some reason. Because
Is that different than the teacher?
it's different
I don't
than
think
the
I'm
teacher.
understanding the.
So there's like typically there'll be like interpreters that come into the class
Okay.
and like interpret for kids that are deaf and hard of hearing.
Uh-huh.
And there's always been a couple of interpreters that have been super grumpy. Most interpreters, we get along. I get along with them, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
But in my art classes, in most of my classes tend to be a little bit louder than normal. I'm not the teacher that's going to yell at the kids and force them to be quiet and sit there and shut up and, not converse.
Is that her qualm?
It typically tends to be her qualm. I've never seen this person happy, ever. Like,
Have you only
ever.
seen her in your classes that you are teaching in?
No, in other people's classes too. Even just walking in the halls, she just always seems to be mad at life. She's like a constant grumpy face.
Okay.
And I think she's mad at me because like one day I parked in a spot because I didn't want to keep getting. I parked in a spot that was next to hers.
Honestly, from what I'm hearing, you just keep pissing this person off.
I don't know what's wrong. So
you parked in the wrong spot, I guess. That's
So-
what I'm understanding.
I parked in a spot that doesn't make any difference for her. Like, it's a spot that everyone uses that's not considered an actual spot, but everyone uses it as a parking spot, right?
So is she invalid with the?
No, she wasn't,
Because
but-
she might it might not just be you that she gets mad for people parking there.
Oh, no, she gets mad at everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think she's out hunting you or anything like that.
No, she's mad at everybody all the time. It's just-
Jeez, those things look like they'll probably myrtle you if you get caught in their laser.
yeah.
They're level 25 too. Oof.
No, I will probably go and talk to her and be like,
I
hey,
think that's
like,
the best way to go
what's-
about it, man. Like
what's
just
the
casually,
issue?
just be like, hey, not even just what's the issue, but be like, hey, I heard through one of the kids that there might be a problem with how I go about teaching or substituting at your class. Is this something we can work out?
Skills plug
Or
in.
if this is something we can discuss, or and if she says no, then she says no, but at least you could then have your kind of
Maybe it's
closure of being like,
balance.
well, I tried, and then maybe talk to the principal about it and
don't
be
think
like, hey,
auto-healing
what
is
would
happening
you
anymore.
recommend?
Well, there's so many teachers at that school. Like, I don't have to sub for that teacher. But what bothers me is like for someone to complain about
Nice, level 17, that was a ton.
to complain about a substitute when like you have the complete ability to set what substitute you want to be there.
Maybe they don't want a specific one.
Well,
Maybe they just have a
then it's kind of
single
like-
problem with how you're going about it, and then talking with them might help it.
It just seems messed up to then like kind of complain about when nothing bad happened in the classroom.
Well, from your perspective, it might not be, but you don't get to see what happens on her end or how she wants to do it, right?
Kind of,
So
sort
maybe
of like
it clashes
all
against her style
All she
of
left
teaching?
was like, hey, make sure they did the assignment, and I did, and I helped them do the assignment, and no one got hurt, nothing got broken,
That's the optimal setting, yes.
Yeah, like
You gotta go with
nothing,
Karate Boy?
like nothing out of the ordinary happened. It's not like a fight broke out and then the classroom
I
got
get
destroyed.
it, but I thought you said you know why they got mad.
Oh, because they're just a little loud. Like
These
that,
guys look like they're gonna goof you. They're red.
That was literally it.
They got loud?
They were loud. Like they were being teenagers. They were just being talkative. Some teachers get very particular about that stuff. Where like the classroom has to be perfectly quiet.
So I probably don't understand the whole concept
Yeah.
100%, but
Where'd
it's
that
from its
last guy go?
I don't know. From its to the left. I can hear him. He's down in the street. Or
Yeah.
to your right now. Well, now to your left. He's down in the street.
There
Yep.
he is.
From the sounds of it, it sounds like she might be having problems wrangling in her kids. Nice. Plug and chip one.
Well, it's also one
for
of the-
when she comes back after you. Because it happened after?
No, it wasn't even an after problem. It was literally just, I think one of the interpreters complained about me saying the class was out of control when it really wasn't. It was just louder than probably what they're normally used to, which when you're a substitute, you run into the situation of that, like, the kids are gonna push your buttons. They're gonna try and push it as much as they can. And unless kids are getting in fights or unless kids are being unsafe, you kind of let loose a little because it's like you don't have a ton of authority in terms of like you can't hold them accountable as much.
Okay.
Like you can call administration, but you don't want to bug administration if nothing bad's actually happening.
That's the point I was trying to make about the talking with the teacher, or
just being,
from the sounds of it now, the interpreter.
If they're being, I've talked to her a bunch of times.
Okay, then
she just seems to be continually grumpy for
then that
no
sounds
reason.
like that's harder to deal with.
Yeah, that's what makes it more difficult. I just don't like people bad talking me when they haven't come talk to me.
That's why I'm like, if you won't go talk to them and they won't come talk to you, is it really shitty that they won't come talk to you if you're also not willing to extend that same...
I plan on confronting them and asking about it. Oh, hey, he popped out.
He took off.
Oh, he's
got his own little icon. What is this? Oh, he disappeared.
No, yeah, it was just
there he is.
It happened like a week ago, like the last time I subbed there. So it's like, and I've been back since. Mm-hmm. So like they haven't come to seek me out. And the thing about it too is,
but you've known about it since then?
No, I found out about it today. I found out about it today. It's
timeline of events. I get you.
You can check the sub board. I've been there and you've seen me in the office. Like, why haven't you come and talk with me?
It might not. It honestly might. I don't know, but it might not be that much of a problem. It's just maybe the kids are like, oh yeah, she said she doesn't like you. And then in your mind over the time been like, why didn't she talk to me? Maybe because honestly, it might not be a big deal.
Maybe. But
and since you haven't discussed it or been able to get clarification, it's been growing in your brain as like this crazy thing. And it might have just been like, she's like, I just don't like the way the kids act after... Because then it takes a while for me to get them back into normal. Nice, Falcon Punch. Oh.
Yeah, that's not so much the context. It's
but I don't know. That's why I'm trying to figure it out. I'm just trying to...
It just happened today. So, like, it was at the end of the day, but, like, she's had more than enough time to get a hold of me and get in contact with me. Like, all she has to do is go to the office manager. Just like, hey,
but that's what I'm saying.
Can I get
Maybe
Sam's
it's
number?
not that big of a deal, so she doesn't do that. Like you're saying with the, it's not that big of a deal, I won't email and stuff.
But then to say that in front of the kids, like, you need more tact as a teacher.
Maybe she didn't say it like that, though. Maybe one of the kids is just like, oh, yeah, this is the way I took it.
It wasn't just
It's a kid. They don't know the internals of what happens.
And it was a couple of kids.
Okay, well, that's different.
And it was like kids that are like...
This is information I need in order to form a...
Yeah, it was multiple kiddos. And it was just like, all right. One of them like, I don't know. And then I heard from another kid later. I'm like, that kid's studious. That kid always was doing their work. If she's saying it, okay, now it's no longer just a like, whatever, brush it off type of deal.
So what are you going to do?
I'll talk. If I see her, I'll talk to her. If not, I'm just not going to pick up her jobs anymore. I'll be like, all right, if you don't want me to sub, that's fine. I just wish people had more gumption. Like, if I run into her, I'll go and talk to her.
Wouldn't gumption be you talking to her, though?
I don't want to cause problems for, like, the rest of the other teachers that I like there.
But I think that's solution problem, not problem causing, right?
Not so much, because, like, there's a bunch of other teachers that I like. I don't want them to get around that, like, oh, now he's disrespecting or blah 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 talking to the other teacher.
By seeking out conflict resolution though?
Yeah, you would think, but like some teachers are just
I don't know the situation, but
yeah.
it just seems like that would be the best way to go about it. Conflict resolution rather than
I mean, at the end of the day,
holding
like,
a grudge or potentially having something bad happen.
I mean, I don't even hold a grudge. It's just
because that's your job, man. Like, you don't want it to get out of hand.
I mean, there's nothing like they can really do about it. They don't have a say.
That's not the way to go about it, though. Like,
yeah,
you still want to have resolution. If it's a problem and it's keeping you from potentially picking up jobs, is that not something that
This is the only time it's ever happened in the entire time that I've subbed.
I thought other teachers had talked.
No, like that was
too.
when I was teaching. Like that was them just talking shit to talk shit, like they talk shit about other coworkers.
Okay.
This is literally the first time as a substitute I've ever had someone tell me not to do something.
Look up towards the big thing. Look up. See. Scroll down a little bit. No, to the right. See how its arm has that pivot point? Does it say Joe on it? On the like little thing on the side if you ran all the way to the left?
Don't think so.
Scroll up. I think it says Joe.
Maybe it does.
No, maybe not. I might just be crazy.
No, I think...
It looks like it might be the welding points.
Yeah.
I thought it said Joe, and I'm like, oh, it's a big Joe. We got a name for him instead of just construction bot.
Nah, it was just more so teachers being petty because, like, a lot of the students like me, but my classes were a little bit more talkative. And it's just them commenting on, like, oh, he doesn't have good classroom management, but they were never willing to come talk to me and, like, help me out and maybe give me tips or whatever. I just would hear rumors about it here and there.
Do we have a goal in mind of what we're currently doing this episode?
Just going through random stuff.
Circling.
We can't seem to locate the...
Maybe we should ask an operator.
Operator. Oh.
Operator 210 here.
No,
Go
I
ahead.
want operator,
9S to operator.
my normal one.
Quick question.
06 or
Do you know
whatever.
where we might find a pristine screw?
According to our records, that material can be obtained from the bodies of large bipedal machine life forms.
I don't like the
Thanks,
T-Rex things
operator.
that you fought earlier.
9S out.
I remember seeing large two-legged machines in the desert.
Let's go.
I don't. I remember seeing them here.
We ran into one or two of them. Let's see.
All I really remember in the desert is the little tiny dudes and then the explodey boys. Huh.
Okay, machine examination 1.
Is that
would be...
that's what we're working on, right?
Oh yeah, we'll go for that test next.
I think this
desert
is. I think what we're on is machine examination 1, for Big Joe there.
Yeah, that might be part of that quest.
I don't know if there's a difference between the big T-Rex dudes that we just fought, with the kind of like flippy dicks that are between their legs, I like their tail whips. They look like T-Rexes or raptors, or something else inside of the desert.
I wish this lets you zoom out a little bit.
Oh yeah, it kind of does it like
I think that's
Hollow
it.
Knight does, where you're trying to pick through the
Yeah, trying to pick through the points.
stag stations. I was trying to remember the name. Booting system.
Nah, yeah, it's hard for people that aren't teachers to understand the context of it, but, you know, some teachers are just grumpy for no reason, and I never really understand that. I'm a pretty...
That's why I was trying to figure out if there was a way to make it better.
Yeah.
But if nobody wants to really go about it that way,
A lot of teachers are just
the only way then is...
non-confrontational with a lot of that stuff.
I think it is confrontational, though, if they're
Well, no,
going
I
to
mean,
be
like-
untactful about that.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. Like,
So-
for some reason, they like to... Some teachers at certain schools like to talk smack, but then never actually go
That's
and talk
why...
to the individuals they have
Probably
problems
because
with.
nobody talks to... Probably because... Well, turn it around. If she doesn't talk... There you go. That's
There's
it.
one of them.
If she doesn't talk about it, and she doesn't have the tact to talk about it with you to your face, but you also don't go and talk to her and discuss it with her...
But I'm not
then-
the one with the problem.
I know,
though.
no. You are. That's why you're mad about it, right?
I'm not so much. I'm mad that she didn't want to come talk to me about it.
Yeah.
Like, and she's the one that had a problem with me being
And
the substitute.
I get that. But if she's going to be affecting you in outside of work and stuff because of the way she's acting, would it not behoove both parties to discuss it and kind of figure out?
I mean, the sub pool is so huge, and there's so like limited subs as it is right now. Like,
Jeez.
regardless what she wants or what she doesn't want, like she can't
Nice.
stop. She can't
We
stop
can use
me
this
from
screw to
subbing.
repair
Yeah, but is that
big
the
machine.
best way to go about it, though? Instead of just finding a resolution, it's just, you don't fucking have power over me. That sounds spiteful and mean.
No, I'm not even being spiteful. It's like, if I heard that she doesn't want me to sub, it's like, all right, cool. I won't sub for your class. I just wish you would come talk to me instead. And if I see her,
My
I'll ask
concern
her.
is the other people involved, too, like the translator?
The
Interpreter?
translator?
Interpreter, I guess you called him?
I mean, she's not even a
'Cause
teacher, so
Yeah, but she obviously has power.
not really. She'd probably
If
just.
she can ruin your fucking day like this, does she not have power? Whether
just
it's
been
through the
there
system
forever.
or not.
I mean,
Would
she
it
doesn't
not
have
be
any.
something that you should try and...
I mean, she doesn't have any power to affect my job.
Yeah, but she's sure affecting your life.
No, it
and
was
the
just a
channel
day. It
and the
was
episode
literally,
and
like,
everything.
One
Like,
episode.
You know, but still, I mean, I get it. You're venting, but like, sounds like it's bugging you a lot. Would it
Yeah.
not be better to try and solve it, if at all possible, or at least attempt to? So then you're like, well, didn't work, fucker. Then it seems a little bit more like, yeah, you got it. But if there's a problem and you don't want to solve it, it's a little harder to
Well, it just
be like,
happened
damn,
today.
man.
It's
no,
not like
no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
I
saying.
haven't even
What's your
had a
plan?
chance.
What's your plan in the future? Like, what's the next step in solving this? That's why I asked that earlier. But if you're just not going to sub for her, then I guess it's done. Is there a chance that interpreter or interpreter, right, is going
Interpreter,
to show up in another class? I don't
Yeah,
understand.
probably.
I don't understand the prospect of why an interpreter's in the class.
Yeah, I
Is
shouldn't have
it
brought it up.
bilingualism, Or what is with an interpreter? We never had one in our class.
They translate for people that are deaf and hard of hearing, and most
Okay.
interpreters have known me for a long time.
Is it ASL specific?
Yeah, specifically.
Okay, I didn't know that. Well, did we even have that in?
Yeah, it's always been like this. The main schools, like those schools specifically, have a chain of schools. Though you did just out.
So if we use those
One of
numbers
the
from the resistance
towns.
campus
We'll block it.
coordinates, yeah.
We are talking about schools, right?
Yeah.
Whatever they're pointing to.
Well, that's why I haven't been specifically talking about those schools, like where they are.
They know we're in the Bay.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I'm in a big district, and I don't want to.
They said there's a lot, so I just assumed. But okay, I'll block it. Woo! What level are these guys? 30? Jeez, man. 32 even. You might want to have to... Did you heal or did they heal?
I finally changed to a balanced setup, so it's actually healing. It wasn't.
Or were you
healing.
on an attack setup or something and it wasn't going through?
It wasn't healing before, which is why I died to that thing last time.
Oh, I'd assume it would have kept at least the basic utility stuff, but I guess not.
Nah.
Oof. Yeah.
There we go.
Small recovery. Oh, I thought we were picking up something. Rusted clump, ancient mask. We've got to have a lot of stuff for crafting up other weapons and things like that.
Maybe, but didn't seem to be too much to it at the moment in terms of what we could do.
Woo. Woo. 35. It's funny because it's like, man, we've been going around grinding and leveling up and doing side quests and missions and getting experience and taking all these other androids apart and getting stuff from them, and this stuff is still like double your level. It's like, whoa. This guy's got a lot of defense.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff.
You're getting it though. Ooh, that stupid backswing. Nice. You've got 6 small recoveries left over. I assume it's going to go to mediums next, which will give you a little bit of a buffer in total life. Is he even going down on HP right now?
Yeah, he's going down.
Oh, take that tree. Yeah, he's going down. Ever so slightly. God. One more hit and they might do you a heal. Then you'll only be 5 left. Saving is possible. God, I can't even see this damn thing. Ooh. Haha, back shot. Very nice. So do you hit a button to do the...
Yeah, you to do
like,
the parry. It's a perfect parry.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is, when you hit the button at any time, does it split you, or does it only when you do the
Only
perfect
when you do the
parry?
perfect.
Okay.
So it allows you to do a counter attack.
That's crazy. This guy doesn't seem to have a whole bunch of offensive abilities.
No.
Minus the camera fighting you. Oop. God. You still have 5 left. Ooh.
God.
Yeah. This is what I mean by, like, bloat a little bit. Now, obviously, you're doing a lot less damage, but it's like...
I'm also
I assumed
level
he'd be
17.
No, I get it, but I mean, like, I'd assume he'd have a little bit more aggressive nature. He seems incredibly defensive.
Oh, to be fair, they probably don't expect you to do this quest until you're...
That's what I'm saying. It's a little bit like, this is kind of what I'm talking about a little bit. This, not specifically, but like a lot of this, the bloat and games that we were talking about like two days ago, I think it was. That actually might be...
No,
yeah,
it's-
no, 2 days
it was
ago.
just last
'Cause, yeah,
episode.
well, I'm just thinking about the weeks and stuff like that. But yeah, we're playing all these in a row. A lot of it is like this in Destiny and stuff, where things just last forever. And it's like, you obviously have it. Like, you got this. But at the same time, it's like a lot of games are just like, oh no, that's added difficulty. It's like, no, it's just taking more time.
Pod, analyze this machine.
Got it.
Huh? What for?
Call it professional curiosity.
Analysis.
Also, you're a scanner,
This
so...
machine life form's comrades were destroyed.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She was talking about
Driven by
Pod.
a grudge, it lured a resistance member to this location.
Driven
It
by
then
a
proceeded
grudge?
to destroy him.
Are you saying this thing wanted revenge?
Oh, come on now. That concept is far too complex for a machine.
I don't know. You literally just saw some of them having a monarchy with a king and knowing about
His
Robo-Boinkin
corpse. I wonder if it's the resistance member we're looking for. Let's
and
check his
concepts of
memory.
protection.
Seems this one came here looking for revenge as well.
I guess the weaker one lost.
Memory chip and man's journal. We don't get to read any of that. That's just a quest item.
No, you can read in the stuff. Where is it?
Curious to see like what he wrote down in his journal. Oh, he's stabbing me. Help. I guess I'll die by this tree.
Not there. Yeah,
There you
man's
go.
journal. Oh, that's
Journal
all it
left
says.
behind by a man thought about his fallen comrades are spelt out within. Okay.
Not too much information.
Would be interesting if we got like a log, kind of like how we did with who's that? B11 or who was the one that we went back to the starting area
It was
to get her
11B.
memory? 11B. It'd be cool to see like what happened, but I guess we'll probably get story on it.
I really hate this. I'm going to feel terrible telling that woman what happened to her friend.
It's the truth. She has to know.
No matter what that truth actually is.
Her friend's dead. Like, what are you gonna tell her? Oh, yeah, couldn't find her. That seems a lot worse.
Maybe some people might find that comforting. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it literally. Shoot, I don't want to say it yet. It's story based for something we're currently playing. I won't say it. Dang it. I won't even say what series, because
That'll give it away.
yeah, I'll give it away. Damn it. I didn't think about it. I was like, maybe it's up, maybe it's not. No, it's not.
I don't even remember the game, honestly, at this point. I know it was in one of the games.
It's for all the better. It's for all the better. So what are we gonna do? Go back to the resistance camp?
Yeah, I'm making my way to another one of the quests. Once I can get up this building.
I think it's just like invisiblocked.
No, there's a way to get up there because there's a item up there. Come on. There we go.
Nice. What's inside?
No idea. 1,000 gold.
Turns out it's a fucking mimic. It's like, no! It bites your leg as you
Dude.
go and attack it. Oh!
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sucks. I thought it was like the cave section that we went through previously, where you just
Yeah.
kind of went down inside and that led us to the forest section. Saving possible. I'm assuming it's around. Yeah, there it is. Mini map. Help! We need Wawa. Is androids need to eat and drink? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Leave me alone, jackass. I can't deal with your weird hobbies anymore.
Like I care what you think, jerk.
Butt stuff. Oh, hey there. Listen, just ignore that guy. Selfish fool refuses to help me with my work. See, I'm doing a study on the excitement levels of androids while in battle. But I need to record combat data from the newest models in order to research more steady conclusions. So what you think? Fun, right? All right, good to know not everyone around this joint is a spineless hunk of crap.
Here, follow me.
No! No, you're gonna die out there, jackass!
Next time, jackass.
We'll see you later. Beep bop boop.
Anything new in the inbox?
Oh, yeah. Jackass, this is emails, guys. Hey, sorry to bring this up out of the blue, but I got a fish I want to recommend a Yorha unit. Sorry, to be more specific, I want you to eat it so I can study how its oil affects a Yorha unit. Wow, we were pretty on point with that. You know, for science? Anyhow, stop by if you get bored. It's my treat, jackass.
Cool.